Mr. Secretary General, my question is this. Turkey has declared that it has derogated from the European Human Rights Convention in total. Is this probable? Does that mean that Turkey derogates from the right to property, the right to free speech, the right to organize? Is this acceptable, and is it corresponding to the presumed threat that Turkey is fighting against? Please clarify.
I'm very glad that I got this question about the derogation of the European Convention on Human Rights in Turkey. No, the convention cannot be derogated as a whole. There are certain articles in the convention which cannot be suspended or derogated. It is indeed the article about death penalty, Article 2, Article 3, which is about ill treatment and torture. It is about the Article 4 about forced labor or slavery. And it is Article 7, which is about the whole judicial processes. So you cannot set aside these articles. And as I said, the derogation has to be limited in time and scope. And at the end of the day, it is a court here in Strasbourg that decides whether the measures under a state of emergency is proportionate and in conformity with the rule of law. So the European Convention on Human Rights applies in Turkey. All the Turkish citizens have the right to go to the court. So the measures under the state of emergency can, of course, must be brought to the courts in Turkey and to the Constitutional Court. And if the Constitutional Court doesn't rule on this, then the Court of Human Rights here will get these applications and deal with them. So it is, I mean, it is a misunderstanding that the whole convention can be derogated. I have seen that there's been recently a discussion in United Kingdom on a specific point. I got the impression that somebody is talking about making a reservation of parts of the convention. It is not possible. You cannot make a reservation, as you can in the European Union, reserve yourself, for instance, in certain fields of the EU cooperation. When it comes to the European Convention, there is no right to reservation. You can derogate the convention, some of the articles in the convention, in a limited time, and the measures you take in this limited time has to be proportionate, and it is a court here that decides whether measures are proportionate or not. If you don't follow this, the risk is that you get complaints to the court here and condemnations, which would be very bad.